So I wanted to shoot another quick video about how you structure your business when you first start, because obviously I've got my home services business is a cleaning company. Currently that's the first kind of area that I've gone into. In this industry, you get a lot of people that want to start a business and they say, oh, but I don't want to do the cleaning. And I think when I think about that, there's a number of issues that come with that. Firstly, if you're not prepared to kind of get your hands dirty and see what the work is like, you're never going to fully understand the business from the grassroots level. So you're never really going to understand your staff's experience of how they're experiencing a clean. For instance, what's going to happen when, say, you're hands off, I'm not going to touch the cleaning at all, and you've never done it, you've never done residential cleaning. How are you going to pick up all the issues? How are you going to troubleshoot all the little nuances that arise, firstly? And then secondly, when a staff member comes to you and says, I've got this issue or that issue, how are you going to know how to deal with it? Because in effect, you as the director of the company, you're going to have less experience of cleaning than your actual member of staff. So you can, obviously there is a way to do it if you hire a member of staff, like you're going to need to hire some kind of a manager that's going to be able to train people and oversee all the cleans. So there would be a significant cost to that. But also, where's your input in terms of, the quality standard that you want to achieve? So with me and my business, it was absolutely crucial that I do the cleaning, right? So I learned how to clean myself by going out and just doing it for months, like months and months and months, learning mistakes. Because you think actually cleaning is really easy, but it's actually not. When you're doing it professionally, there's a load of different little things, picking up what different clients want. Over time, where's my checklist? That's a bit battered now. But this checklist has been created over nearly 2 years of piecing together everything. So even when I was cleaning to what I felt was like a really thorough standard, when I'd go on home visits where they'd say, oh, my cleaner isn't doing this, my cleaner isn't doing that, I was looking at things where I was like, I didn't know we were meant to do that, So now over time, I know everything that needs doing. Like even on this checklist, I've gone as far as all horizontal surfaces, because anything that's flat like that is going to get dust on it. And also with the checklist, it's been through trying to train people how to clean. Now, training people to clean is actually really difficult. It's way more difficult than I thought. I thought, I know how to clean. Nobody trained me. I just walked in and I was looking after the clients straight away first time. And, I was just doing it and they were really happy. So I thought it was very simple. But actually a lot of people don't know how to clean. And even when you teach them how to clean, things get missed and the attention to detail isn't there. You've got to keep picking up. So I've actually found training people to clean more difficult than when I was managing new foster carers looking after complex needs children in the fostering sector, which is actually a really complex role. I've actually found it more difficult to train to clean. It still blows my mind. But when you're a business owner, how are you going to know? Yeah, if you want to have a high quality cleaning business, how do you know, what things you need to do, how to clean a certain surface, what product to use, if they're missing something, knowing what they didn't do properly. So like a common theme is that people don't press hard enough when they're cleaning and they will dust like airy-fairy like this. And then you look at it and it's like they think they've dusted it, but they haven't properly looked at it. And I know why they haven't done it properly. Whereas there's a lack of information. There's an information block for people that start a cleaning business and never got their hands dirty doing it. And there is also a sense to me, maybe I'm judging, I don't know, but if you're not prepared to get your hands dirty, why expect other people to do it? I would never do work. I would never give someone work that I didn't want to do myself. So as an example, while I'm shooting this quick video, I am in a client's home and I'm doing a clean. And yes, I haven't been out cleaning for a long time, but when it calls for it, I am straight out there and I am able to get it done and get it done to the high standard. So there's so many elements of how it's worth putting, doing it yourself. And whatever your service business is, if you're painting and decorating, if you're doing gardening, if you're doing this, if you're doing that, learn it yourself, because how can you ever manage and oversee a business when you don't know fundamentally what's involved at the grassroots level? If you allow yourself to get humble and do that thing, that will allow you to build out a business much more congruently, because you're going to understand at every level. You're going to be able to train your staff to carry the culture of what it is you want to present to your clients. I want a really high quality cleaning service where nothing gets missed, and it's really, really high quality, consistent, reliable cleaning. That's it. That's what I want to offer. I mean, gosh, trying to actually deliver that is another whole ball game, but hey, I'm here in the weeds literally doing it. And I think you need to have that. So like when I take on, so I want to franchise my business, and I wouldn't take on anybody as a franchisee unless they were prepared to get in there and get their hands dirty and actually learn how to clean, because I know that if they don't do that, that they're not going, or there's going to be too many gaps in the process. Like, what are you going to do then when a member of staff damages something? Well, you didn't train them on how to clean it properly. Yeah, so it's covering your back, really, that you lay your foundations, almost like building a house. You lay really solid foundation, and the solid foundation is you and your knowledge base, and then you pass that on to your member of staff. Then you're training your member of staff, then you train your member of staff to be a manager, then they train the next person coming in. But it's all your ethos of how you want your business to run, how things need to be done, and it's streamlined. So you've got really solid foundations all the way through your business. And if you don't do that, and if you're relying on an external person that you might just bring in for, you bring in for an interview, you're interviewing a manager, you're paying them extra, how do you know that they're going to be able to deliver the high quality service that you are trying to build with your brand? So they're just my thoughts for today while I'm back in the weeds here, and hopefully this will be helpful to someone when they're setting up their own service business, that actually it's not downgrading or going backwards to get in the field and do the work, do the hard work, because it pays off in the long run. You've just got such a more congruent business.